Welcome to Home Practice with Stopgap Dance Company. This is a class all about the arms and it's called Arm Candy. Hi, I'm Amy. I'm a senior dance artist with Stopgap Dance Company. I'm a standing dancer and today I'm all in black and I've got a little bit of red on my toenails, a little bit of nail varnish, so I'm not all totally dull. And I have curly hair, and today we are going to do a session that celebrates and gives voice to the arms. And the body will just support, so really it just moves as a result of the energy in the arms. Perhaps for this reason it might be interesting if you're a standing dancer to try the class seated. So we'll begin by exploring different restrictions in the arms using modes of touch. We'll then energize the body through dynamic arm movement, and finally we'll learn a complex arm sequence that looks at a range of dynamics and textures. Now the content may be a little bit of a challenge for your movement memory, so please pause and practice and then revisit the content. Yeah, come back and practice again. It will make a difference. So before we begin the first exploration, it's probably useful to know that I've been doing lots of online classes that is Gaga improvisation, and this exploration is a little bit influenced by that. And if you're interested in knowing more about Gaga and the fantastic teachers that teach online, then go to the link in the descriptions below and take a look. Before we do this exploration today, I'm just going to talk you through the modes of touch and texture in the body so that it's really clear. So we're going to start by considering the full length of the arms, so fingertip to fingertip, and how they connect through the center of the body across the chest and then also across the back. So we're really three-dimensional. And we start with this very light touch, fingertip to fingertip. So that length or that thread becomes a loop. And then we use that as stimulus for movement. There's very little resistance in the body. It's like your arms are full of air and space. We then take that touch into a trace, so lightly tracing the skin, bringing awareness to all of the skin of the arm. Again, reinforcing that connection across the chest and across the back. So it's almost like tracing the body. We then move to a slightly more dynamic touch, so a soft grip. And Thomas Goodwin looks at this soft grip in his Seed All About Touch. So please take a look at that if you're interested in learning more about this specific hold. So by soft grip, we don't clench into the muscles. We have a hold, but there's enough space for your skin to kind of roll on your flesh. Yeah, and then we begin to move with a little bit more thickness, connecting to the shoulder blades, a smaller loop of the arm. We then change to a pull, and it's a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more muscular. Perhaps we connect a little bit more deeply into the body, to the ribs. And then finally, we work with a press, really resisting. It's almost like we're kind of blocking our movement, showing our muscles really thick, connecting deep into the core of the body. And actually, it might be quite useful for me to advise you that if your balance is slightly different to mine, and these touches can send you off balance quite easily, then feel free to change the grip or change the press, or to lose it for a moment, lose that contact for a moment until you can re-find your center and rediscover that contact. Just try and keep hold of the quality and texture in the muscles as you do. Great, so let's begin. So we're going to start by finding that delicate fingertip to fingertip. Seeing how we can use this as a stimulus, thinking about that loop, how the loop connects through your chest and through the back. There's a lightness in the movement, there's an ease in the body. Can you invert the loop? Can you close the loop? Can you lead the movement from your elbows, from your wrists? Can you take your focus away? Can you keep your focus on? And the body just follows. Maybe you find the loop behind you if it's useful. If it's not, don't worry. Take this exploration as you need. Keep that lightness in the muscles. Like you're full of air and space. Keep connecting back into the body. Notice how easy you can be in the spine. Breathing, using the back of the body, feel like you connect in between your shoulder blades, and then taking that into lightly tracing the skin, bringing awareness in that connection through your center line. See if you can trace all of the skin of the arm. Can you trace that connection across the back of the body, in between the fingers, the armpits, the wrists? Can you roll the shoulders in and find the outside of the arm? Roll the shoulders out and find the inside. Can you find that trace behind? If it's useful for you. Maybe you find the loop again, moving between tracing and looping. Breathing, bringing all that awareness to your skin. Then we're going to find this soft grip, closing the loop. Make sure you're not restricting the muscles too much. Allow the skin to roll on the flesh. Moving with a little bit more thickness, thinking about the shoulder blades sliding on the ribs. Can you open the shoulder blades, drawing them closer together, taking the arms behind you? Can you close the shoulder blades, opening the space in the back of the body? Can you change the dynamic of the movement? Really coming from the arms, sliding the shoulder blades, a little bit more resistance. Be playful. Think about your focus. Think about your spine. Maybe you find that behind you. Again, a little bit restrictive. Try not to change the grip. And then we come to this pull. Find more resistance, more texture in the muscles, more thickness in the muscles. Connect to your ribs. Keep breathing. Keep the spine moving. Work with the muscles a little bit more deeply. Can you find that grip behind you? Maybe that's not useful for you. Maybe you change that pull away, pulling your elbow away from your hands, pulling your shoulder away, depending on your balance. Maybe you have to take a moment without the grip, keeping that resistance, that pull. And then we're going to find a press, really pressing, connecting to your center, Really thicken the muscles. Show me your muscles, that you're showing me how strong you are. Can you take the hands up? Can you take them down low? See whether you can still keep movement even though you're really pressing. Maybe again you want to try in different places. Keep pressing. Keep breathing. And then we're going to find a little sequence connecting deep into the body, really pressing, shoulders down, elbows lifted, and we twist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep pressing. Keep pressing to the center. We're going to circle and circle. 2 more. Last one, other way. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We take figures of 8. We rotate palm to palm, press down, and then change to go down the other side. Keep pressing. 2 more. We press. Keep pressing. If your muscles are shaking, that's good. And press. Back to the center. Double time. And 1. Center. Circle. 1. Keep pressing. Keep resisting. Really thick. Other way. Figures of 8. A bit quicker. Down. And down. 2 more. And down. And down. Then just take a little moment for yourself. See which touch you want to explore. Maybe you move between the touches. How can you connect your arm thread in a deeper way? Be really clear when the thickness and energy changes. Breathing. Just a few more seconds. And then bringing that down. Let your arms hang at your side. Enjoy the length of the arm now. Mine feel like they're tickling my ankles. Enjoy how they're connected to the center of the body. Enjoy that they're a bit warmer, a bit more engaged. And then perhaps take a little drink of water before we continue. So now we're going to learn a short sequence, which is all about quite high energy and clear dynamics in the arms. And then every time we do the sequence, it increases in speed. So we're also working at building energy through repetition and through building speed. So quite exciting. What I would say is, don't feel like you have to get to the end of the song and go through all of the speeds. If you find that you're struggling, just pause, rewind and repeat. Maybe try and get a bit further along, but don't worry if you're finding it becomes too fast. That's why these videos are fantastic. You can take it at your own time. So I'm going to start a bit further back in space. And I'm going to take a nice wide base. And I'm going to give you really specific vocabulary. So really try and embody each word that I give you. And I'm going to start by flinging, or slinging is probably a nicer word, this arm back. So I really sling it back for 1, 2. And then I'm going to take 2 throws, 3 and, and then I jab forwards 4. Yeah, so really dynamic. So that sequence goes sling 1, 2, throw, throw, jab. Yes? From here, I'm going to take a 2-way press. So I press down with one side, so you can press into your chair with your hand or press into the floor with the foot as I circle and press down through my armpit with the other arm. Let's go from the top. So I sling the arm back. 1, 2, I throw, jab. 2-way press, and then I take a little whip, whip, whip. Yes, you can do what you need with your base, but really take the action from the arm. From here, I'm going to use a heavy arm that drops down. Drop, and my spine follows. Other side, drop, and my spine follows. So don't lead with the spine, lead with the arms, they instigate. Then it's like I'm going to beat a carpet with the hands, really heavy down, like I'm trying to get rid of dust, and there's a little rebound in the body. So a little hiccup or rebound up in the body. From the top. So we sling the arm back. 1, 2. We throw, jab. 2-way press, whip, whip. Heavy arm, heavy arm. Beat the carpet, rebound, and then I'm going to press into my base to shift forwards. Yes, I don't have much space, so I'm not going to shift forward too far. You do what you need, but really find that press into your base to shift forward. And then I'm going to pull back really sharply to shift back. Yes? And then 2 brushes across the body. Brush, brush. Yeah, from the top. So it goes, sling back. 1, 2, throw, jab. 2-way press, whip, whip. Heavy arm, heavy arm. Beat the carpet, rebound, press forwards. We pull back. I take a brush, we're almost there. I axe chop this arm to the side, and then there's a reverberation in the body. Hap. Yes? Then I'm going to take air with the arm. I'm going to catch air with the arm. It's really light. Takes a little bit of elevation into the body. And then it's like someone's pulling the fingertips of this hand, and then my body follows. And then finally, we just stir the space. Maybe you take a little rotation, maybe you don't, because that is literally just to reset ourselves to repeat. Let's take it slower with the counts. So we sling the arm back. 1, 2. We throw. 3. We throw and we jab. 4. 2-way press. 1, 2. We whip. 3, 4. Heavy arm. 4, 5, 6. Heavy arm. 7, 8. From the top, I think I might have done that slightly different, the counts at the end. Let's go again, make sure it's clear. So sling, 1, 2, 3, and jab. Press, whip, whip. Heavy arm, this is 1, 2. Heavy arm, 3, 4. Beat the carpet, 5, rebound, 6. Press, shift forward, 7, 8. And then I'm gonna pull back, 1, 2. 1, 2, little brush, 3, 4. I then axe chop, 5, reverberate in the body, 6, catch air, 7, and then pull, and 8. Then we stir, we have 8 counts here to reset, ready to go again. Let's take it one more time, then we're going to have a little listen to the music. Then I'm going to teach you the hooks of the phrase, which I will explain, and then we're going to go for it. So one more time. And sling, 1, 2, throw, jab, press, little whip, whip, heavy arm, 2, heavy arm, 4, beat, 5, rebound, 6, press, 8, and back for 2, little brush, 5, rebound, 6, elevate, pull, stir in the space, reset, to go. So we're going to listen, then I'm going to teach some hooks, and then we're going to go for it. So listen to the track. There's 2/8 introduction, then there's a 2-beat bridge, and that 2-beat bridge is there to lead us into the building speed. So let's have a listen. This is just the intro. Usually it's 4/8 into the bridge because the sequence is 4/8. This is the second 8, 5, 6, 7. This is 2-count bridge. 1, 2, and 1. First time 2. Yeah? Let's listen the whole way through the first time. And 2. 7, and 3. This is the last 8 before the bridge. Ready for the 2 count bridge. 1, 2. Change your speed. You can see it's a bit quicker. Yeah? Hopefully that's really clear. There's also a nice little animation dog. I don't know if you know him, I probably shouldn't say the name of him, but you'll hear a going up stir, which is when you take the speed up. So hopefully that's a nice little impetus to go forwards. So hooks. As the speed increases, you might find that you don't want to try and tackle all the material. And at Stopgap, we often offer something called hooks, which allows you to access the material without having to kind of contemplate the whole lot of material. So it just gives you certain movements throughout where you can join us. So I'm going to give you some options as hooks that if you want to use later on as the music increases in speed, you can. Or you can use it from the beginning, totally up to you. So we just kind of edit out some movement is all we're going to do. So we're going to take the first arm back, the sling. 1, 2. We don't take the throws. You're just going to meet everybody at the jab on 4. Yes? So that goes. Sling, 2, 3, jab, 4. We take the two-way press. 5, 6. And then we don't take the whip. 7, 8. You join us with the heavy arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're not going to beat the carpet with the rebound. You're going to prepare for your base to shift forward. 7, 8. Yes, so from the top with the hooks. 1, 2, 3, jab, 4. Two-way press. Don't take the whip. Heavy arm. Heavy arm. Don't beat the carpet. Find your base. Press forward. You're then going to pull back. Don't take the brushes. We take the axe chop, 5, rebound 6. We don't take the catch air. We take the pull to the other side. And then you can take your own stir to re-find your base. Let's take that from the top, the hooks. Ready, and sling, 2, 3, jab, 4. Press, and heavy arm, heavy arm. Don't beat the carpet, find your base, shift forward, pull back, don't take the brushes, axe chop, don't catch air, you pull, and then stir, yeah, to reset. So hopefully that's a bit helpful if you don't want to kind of contemplate the whole lot to begin. And as I said, if you want to pause, rewind, pause, practice, please do. So we're going to get going. Let's have a go. So there's 7 repetitions. Just stick with it. Let's go for it. Yeah? Find your base. Let's try it. One more 8, and then the bridge. 1. Think about the qualities. Bridge, 1, and sling. Throw, throw, jab. Two-way press. Little whip, whip. Heavy arm. Let the arm lead you. Beat the carpet. Rebound. Shift forward. Pull back. And brush, brush. Chop. Catch air. Pull. Stir. Maybe you take a rotation. 7, 8, 1, 2. Sling. Throw, throw, jab. Press. Little whip, whip. Heavy arm. Heavy arm. Beat the carpet. Shift forwards. Pull back. Pull back. Little brush, brush. Chop. Catch air. Pull. Stir. Find yourself. 1, 2. Sling. Throw, throw, jab. Press. Whip, whip. Heavy arm. Heavy arm. Beat the carpet. And press forwards. Pull back. Rush, rush. Chop. Catch air. Pull. Stir. One, 2. Sling. Throw, throw, jab. Press. whip, whip, heavy arm, beat the carpet, press, pull back, rush, rush, chop, catch your air, pull, stir. Keep breathing. 1, 2, sling, throw, throw, jab, press, whip, whip, heavy arm, beat, press, pull, rush, rush, chop, catch air, pull. Keep breathing. 1, throw, throw, jab, press, twist, beat the carpet, press, pull back, brush, brush, chop, catch air, pull, stir. Almost there. Throw, throw, jab, press, twist, twist, heavy arm, beat, press, pull back, brush, brush, catch air, pull, and breathe. Very good, good. Catch your breath. So it's important for me to say, I know this material. I've practiced this material, so don't beat yourself up if you didn't get it. Yeah, take your time, rewind, repeat, pause, practice, and enjoy moving at speed, building all that energy. Maybe have a little pause, maybe get some water before we do the final exercise. Great. So hopefully you're nice and warm. We're going to finish by learning quite a complex arm sequence with lots of dynamics and textures, and also looking at ways of learning materials. So I do a groundwork session on learning material mapping movement, which looks at some of these ideas in more detail. So do take a look at that if you're really interested. And we're going to begin by really waking up one arm, and this arm is going to be the dominant mover in the beginning of the sequence. So the reason we want to wake up and bring awareness to this arm is just so we're a little bit more open to it, a little bit more aware of it, giving it a little bit more information, because it's going to have to work and think a little bit harder than the rest of the body. So squeezing, tapping. It's quite nice to tap so you have that residue of the tap in form of a tingle once you finish. So this is going to be our dominant mover, and the other arm just kind of falls in to place actually. So really focus on the movement of this arm. And then we're also going to reference back some of the ideas that we've already visited. So we're going to start with this dominant arm, and we're going to start with our light trace. So we're going to trace down the inside of the other arm for 3 counts. As we move over the top of the fingertips, the hand turns palms down, and then we're just going to brush up the back of the arm. So the dominant arm lightly traces the inside of the other arm and then brushes up the back of the arm. That count goes 1, 2, 3, brush 4. We're then going to thread the dominant arm so it pivots on the other arm, so the fingertips are pointing up. It then comes towards the body, over the top of the other arm, feeds through the hole. It keeps moving in the same direction until it grabs the shoulder, its own shoulder. Great, from the top. So brushing 1, 2, 3, 4, threading, little grab on the 8. From here, reverse that movement of the dominant arm so it goes away from the shoulder. It then wraps the outside of the other arm, slides up the arm to find that grip and that pull that we found at the beginning. From here, we do a little pull one way, a little pull the other way, and a little pull back. So 3 little pulls. So we've finished here 8. The timing of this next bit goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then the dominant arm swings from the elbow down and does a little circle, and then lengthens out to the side, shoulder rolled in, and you're looking towards the fingertips of the dominant arm. Yes, from the top. Brush 1, 2, 3, up 4, thread, grab for 8. 1, 2, 3, pull, 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 circle, roll the shoulder in. So we're here 8. And that's the whole of that dominant pathway. We're going to move to textures now. Let's take that once more. So tracing 1, 2, 3, 4, threading, little grab, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, circle, roll in. Nice. From here we're going to catch air like we have just done in that fast sequence. Catch air, 1, but it's a slow, 3, 4. It's a little moment of elevation and then it slows down, 3, 4. We're then going to take lighter chops, more like a fencing sword, like a swish. So we'll call them swishes. We're going to swish with the palm down across the body, swish, swish with the palm up across the body the other way, and then we take our axe chop. So it's different. The swish is much lighter, like cutting through air. The axe chop is like cutting through wood. So we've just finished here. We take catch air for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We swish, swish, chop, and we hold 8. We're going to articulate in the fingers, so rolling the baby fingers out like we're grabbing something. There's resistance. We pull it up through the center of the body and then away from us, and then reverse that and press the hands down. Yes? So we've just finished on the axe chop 8. We articulate, pull 1, 2, reverse 3, press 4. We then fall out to the side into a wide position, and it's like we hit a wall. It's like, whoa, the wall's there, we're stopped. 5, 6. Then we stack our wrists, dominant hand, other hand on top, really like we're placing. So we've just fallen and hit, this is really cold. Place, place. The dominant hand is underneath now. We open the palm, and as we do this, we slide the hand towards us. It moves over the top of the other hand, palm turns up, and then it comes back the same way into a fist. It's like a little snake tongue. It's really quick, so it goes little snake tongue out to the side slightly. Yeah? So from the karate chop, or axe chop I should say, we grab and pull 1, 2, reverse 3, press 4, fall, fist, fist, snake tongue. Yes? Fist, fist, snake tongue. From the top. Ready, and we trace. We brush, we thread, we grab. 2, 3, pull, 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 circle, roll in, catch air. We swish, swish, chop. We pull, we press, we fall, and fist, fist, snake tongue. From here, we're going to bounce the arms like we've got a big basketball. We bounce down with the hands, and then it's a soft rebound back, and I draw my center close together. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all of the textures covered. Yes? So we've done lots of textured movements. Now we're going to think about how we can connect to movement from different areas of the body. So the movement is dominant arm circles forward, elbow leading, other arm follows, and then the dominant arm comes forward and you kind of frame the face as you do that. Yes, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. But I'm going to think about where that movement comes from, and I don't want it to come from my elbows, I want it to come deeper in from my center. So I'm thinking about my ribs, leading from my ribs. And in Gaga, they call this faraway engines. But actually, Akram's work works a lot with how he connects his arms to his center. So Akram Khan Company are great for looking at complex arm movement and looking at how you can connect to the arms on a deeper level. So again, in the comments or in the description below, you'll find a link to his website. Take a look. His work is fantastic. So we've just bounced. We're here for 4. I'm going to circle from my ribs, the elbows, circle from my ribs around the head. Then I end up kind of over the legs, so we've got a little curve in the body. I'm going to think about building this energy, this effort from my center, and I'm going to throw the arm forwards, the dominant arm, and collect it in. And I also take the same leg, but you don't have to. You can choose whether it's just the arm, leg, or both, whatever's most appropriate. And I think about coming from my center, wherever your center is. So we go out, and then I soften out into a wide position, And then from here, I'm going to circle the dominant arm and then the non-dominant arm, thinking about taking it from my base, taking it from your sit bones if you're in your chair, taking it from your heels, take it from your base. So it goes from the base, from the base. I then bring everything in and I press from my base again to come out and in again. So timing-wise, we've rebounded for 4. We circle from the ribs, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go out from the center, soften out from your base, in, out, in. Great, let's try it from the top. So tracing the inside, 1, 2, 3, little brush, 4, threading the arm, grab, 2, 3, 4, and 5, circle, roll in the shoulder, catch air, 4, and swish, swish, chop, grab and pull, reverse press, fall, hit, and fist, fist, snake tongue, bounce, 2, 3, 4, from the ribs, 7, 8 from your center, 2, 3, 4 from your base, base, in, out, in. Great. So pause and practice at this point if you need. Rewind, repeat. Otherwise, carry on with me. We're going to try it a few times to the music. So first, let's just listen to the music, find that pulse. Bit quicker. Think about the counts, think about the speed you need to move. Let's go. 2, 3, 4. And we trace. We brush, we thread. 1, 2, 3, pull, 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 circle. Catch air. Swish, swish, chop. Pull, press, fall. Fist, fist, bounce. From the ribs. From your center, from your base, base, out, in. Great. Take a moment, have a bit of water if you need, regather your thoughts, and we're going to go again. Ready, 1, 5, 6, 7, and trace. Brush, thread, little grab, reverse. Pull, 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 circle, catch air, swish, swish, chop, pull, press, fall, fist, fist, snake tongue, bounce, from your ribs, from your center, from your base, base, ha, ha. We're going to do one more time. Really enjoy all of that touch we've explored. All of those textures, working from a deeper connection to your body. Breathe. 5, 6, 7, and trace. Brush, thread. 1, 2, 3, pull, 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 circle. Catch air. Swish, swish, chop. Pull, press, fall and hit. Fist, fist, snake tongue, bounce. From your ribs, from your body, center. From your base. Ha, ha. Great. Take a moment. Find your base again. I'm just going to finish by saying a little thank you to the arms. So palm down. We're going to brush down from the top of the arm to the fingertips, other side, top of the arm to the fingertips, from the outside, outside of the arm, outside of the arm. And then from the inside, palm facing out, so the back of the hand brushes the inside. And then we just let the arms float up. So almost like someone's doing it for us. Fingertips reaching up, really light and soft. And then it's like they've cut the strings. One One more time, maybe a little bit more texture in that touch. Just really saying thank you. Doing what you need. Enjoying the length of the arms. Enjoying the skin. Enjoying the quality of your touch. Letting the arms float up. Someone's just pulling them up from the outside. Maybe the shoulders creep up. And then they chop that string. Great. So thank you for joining me. And as I said, please revisit the content. I know this material, I've practiced this material. So if you don't feel like you've really invested in it or embodied it the first time, come back and do the class again. And then visit Thomas Goodwin's Seed on Touch, and also my approach on learning material and mapping movement will be really useful for you. And then like, subscribe, share the videos. Please comment. We're really interested in your feedback. And come back. Join us again for the next session. And thanks again. Hope to see you soon.